We can quit it. It doesn't matter.
The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. They'll run here from the gun. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They go play action on first. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, he's the best kicker this year. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
First and 10
No, 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 no,
from
I'm
the
not.
30. Hand off to the back. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 32. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They motion the tight end over. Another carry for him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set. 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That one intended for Drake London. So they're left facing a 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up with the 20 after the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, dude. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Dak throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Working quickly here. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I want...
Brought in inside the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pull out in front further, 13-zip. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right up the gut. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Wangu on the catch.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
1st down, here's Dak. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
Well, that defense got a little something extra after the pick, and any return is normally a product of good coaching. They drill this all the time on the practice field about becoming a runner, finding the near sideline, your defensive players becoming blockers. And I know it doesn't show up as a ton of return yards on the stat sheet, but boy, every yard.
Touchdown, Atlanta! on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Falcons will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. This one's caught. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
To throw, Prescott. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons take over on his 11th interception of the campaign. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this team.
And he's got it. Has a layout for it, but touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Juke the defender. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10, Prescott. He puts some power on a deep one left, and they pick him off again. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. 72 the Wolf. Cut 19. Chap 60. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. It's taken in by Wangu. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
18 Cardinal. 60 Eagle. 19 Lion. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. It's the Falcons. With it, 3rd and 2.
70 Lion. 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. Get up.
Looking for a throw here. He's on the move. He's running for it. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
That pass caught by Wangu. He has room past the 25. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Wangu. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! He'll elect not to bring this one out, so give him the touchback. We'll start at the 20. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Yeah! Here we go!
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
It is Cup, left side. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go!
Another throw for Prescott. Throwing for the end zone. And they pick him off again. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Falcons are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Walker hauls it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 37. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the third. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back, they were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys tie us up 28-all. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dumped off to his running back. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, take.
Now an inside give to Walker. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 46, 46. Yeah! Here we go. 46.
Play action, Prescott. He's Throwing deep to the left side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons take over as he records the 40th interception of his career.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and is clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
79 Broncos.
He'll throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Brings up 3rd
60
down
even,
and
19 tight, 19 tight. Come 19, come 19. Chap 60, chap 60. Ready?
They'll throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's a good find from the Alabama rookie, and that'll give him a new set of downs.
70 Lion. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Viking 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready, ready?
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Cut near the goal line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the red zone now. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's a 70-yard pickup, but still a ways away for 3rd and goal.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Go. Dragon 60.
Tight end going in motion here. 3rd and long for him here. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. So now on is Young Hui Koo for the Falcons field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill, kill. 26.
To the ground with Walker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Pass complete to Walker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Cowboys football, and their season's going to be over if they don't erase this deficit. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
47. Yeah! Here we go. 26.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Falcons have it again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Wangu on the catch. Racing down the left side. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And they pick him off again! Isaiah Simmons picks it off.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys have some new life in the 4th. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And this one does not go far. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 8. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they pick him off again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons take possession on his 13th INT of this season. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're throwing it. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cowboys have some new life in the 4th. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Into the hands of Walker. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. 3rd and long, Prescott. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Falcons are going to take over after the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
The give here on 2nd. And he's headed the wrong way on the reverse. They got him behind the line. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons can rest easy with a 3-score lead. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's...
Oh, it's a fake. They're going to throw it. They can't connect on the fake. It's incomplete. The fake field goal does not get it done. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Kill. Yeah, here we go.
Walker on 1st down. Still finding room past the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Throwing again is Dan. And they pick him off again. And the Falcons capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
Here we go again.